In 2008, there was a dark man gave a speech called A More Perfect Union. In his speech, he spoke to people about unity, racism, education, housing, health benefits, and global warming, amongst other issues. You see, Senator Barack Obama wanted to become president of the United States. The United States has always had a light-skinned president. As Barack Obama mentioned in the beginning of his speech in 2008, the people had stated unity and equality on the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. The United States has taken baby steps to become a more unified country. It's true. In 2008, a dark-skinned American wanted to be president of the United States. The United States had not had a dark-skinned person to represent them. He had to speak to the people and let them know why. We as a nation were ready for him as a dark-skinned leader. Senator Obama speaks not only of racial issues and unity, he speaks on unified issues such as education, benefits allowed to different classes, global warming, housing, healthcare, jobs. Equal rights has been a goal for the United States for many generations. He speaks of the milestones throughout our lifetime. Senator Obama states, while speaking of historical events, as follows: what would be needed were Americans in successive generations who were willing to do their part through protest and struggle on the streets and in the courts, through civil war, civil disobedience, and always at great risk to narrow that gap between the promise of our ideas and the reality of their time. Issues of today require all nationalities and classes of people to work together. 3 minutes into his speech, he states his purpose. Senator Obama states, I choose to run for presidency at this moment in history because I believe deeply that we cannot solve the challenges of our time unless we solve them together, unless we perfect our union by understanding that we may have different stories, but we hold common hopes, that we may not look the same and we may not have come from the same place, but we all want to move in the same direction towards a better future for our children and grandchildren. This is a long sentence, yet he felt it all needed to be wrapped together. He continues to express that his heritage is one of many nationalities. He has relatives of all races scattered across 3 continents. This gives a similarity to himself and the United States as a whole. He is not representing any one nationality. I feel that this is stated to take the race issue off the table and focus on the issues that face the United States. His words left Americans thinking. The speech is long. I will give one example of many added thoughts this senator's speech addresses to the American people. While addressing the issue of race, he adds a comment about the length of time that one law and regulation took to come into effect. Senator Obama mentions that the slave trade continued for at least 20 years after the Declaration of Independence was signed. The people of the United States have become familiar with waiting for the new laws to come into effect. Many are set to be complied with in 5 to 20 years. To this day, businesses are permitted to find a means to comply within a time frame when complying will cost money. The difference now is the regulation will state the deadline. This shows progress within the United States. I feel that this fine mention put a matter-of-fact twist on a negative situation. Many people have issues that are important to them and their cause. Each issue of importance to them through history, all through our nation, we have a situation that does not truthfully unite us. We, as the people, should fulfill our forefathers' dream of being a united country that fulfills the dream of providing a home to many generations to come. We must at this time join together and all people speak in the behalf of the United States. We must all live to progress and become strong because of our ancestors' history, not in spite of our history. The mention of global warming is truly the actual common ground that connected all people and all nations.